In 2017, 49% of military members had less than $5,000 in their savings. So clearly, saving your first $10,000 in the military might seem like a big challenge. So today, I'll be sharing the 5 steps that you can take to save your first $10,000 as soon as possible. And if you don't know who I am, I joined the Marine Corps back in 2019, and I ended up saving my first $10,000 after MOS school later that year. So it really only took me about 6 months to get to that first $10,000. But in order to do that, I had to be super frugal, and I didn't spend any money at all unless I absolutely had to. I was that one Marine who would always go to the chow hall. Whenever any of my peers wanted to go eat out, I would go with them, but I just wouldn't get anything, which was always awkward because they were always questioning why I was being so frugal. So because that's not super practical for everybody in the military, for the purpose of this video, let's say that you want to aim to save your first $10,000 within 1 year. The first step that you would need to take is to open up a high yield savings account. Now, this is basically a savings account that has an interest rate that is much higher than the average in your everyday bank account that most people have. So if you have Navy Federal or Frontwave, the savings account interest rates are horrible on those accounts, which is why I recommend just opening up a high yield savings account. Now, the platform that I recommend is SoFi, because right now you guys can earn up to $300 when you guys sign up using my link and set up direct deposit. As far as the interest rate, right now you can get up to 4% APY, but this is always changing, so it could be 3.5% or 4.5% APY depending on when you're watching this. Now, with SoFi, your money is FDIC insured. So this means that if SoFi ever fails and they go bankrupt, then your money is insured up to $2 million in deposits. This is definitely something that you want to look out for with savings accounts. So if they're not FDIC insured, highly recommend that you guys stay away from them. There's also a ton of other perks with signing up for SoFi. So I believe there's a feature where you can get paid up to 2 days early. Again, just check out the link down below. You guys can get up to $300 for absolutely free just by signing up for an account. Now, once you open up a high yield savings account, here's the next thing that you need to do. You need to pay yourself first. What do I mean by that? Well, whenever the paycheck hits your bank account, what you want to do is send whatever is left after expenses straight to your high yield savings account. If you can make it an automatic transfer, this would be even better because then you don't have to think about it. This is so you don't get into the habit of saving whatever is left at the end of the month after you've already spent money on things like eating out or going to the vending machine, etc. Instead, putting that extra money to the side in the beginning gives you the chance to make smarter decisions on how much you can spend based on how much you're going to have left. I recommend putting at least 20% of your income into your savings based on the 50-30-20 rule. I've talked about this before in a previous video, so if you want to know more about that, check out the video. It's linked down below. Now, step number 3 is to actually calculate how much it's going to take to save that $10,000 within that 1 year. So if you take $10,000 and you divide it by 12 months, you're getting about $833 that you're going to need to save every single month. To make this even easier, because you're getting paid on the 1st and 15th of every month, this means that all you have to do is save $416.50 every single paycheck in order to end up with $10,000 in 1 year. Now, back in 2019, this was way harder because we were only getting paid about $1,500 per month as an E1. But since then, the pay has went up, and now E1s with over 4 months in service are making a little over $2,000 per month. Based on this amount, you would need to save 41% of that $2,000. And the good news is that this is going to be even easier with the pay increase that's coming in 2025. So if you didn't know, military members are getting a 4.5% pay increase starting next year. And then the junior enlisted troops are getting an extra 10%, so 14.5% in total starting in April. Not to mention, if you deploy, then you're gonna get paid even more based on things like hazard pay and other bonuses that you rate when you're overseas. So this is gonna make saving that first $10,000 even easier. Step number 4 is you need to start tracking your money on a monthly basis. Look, if you're not tracking your spending or your money, you're gonna be at a major disadvantage when it comes to knowing what you can and can't afford. There's so many ways that you can do this easily nowadays, like downloading a budgeting app or creating a Google spreadsheet, or even old-fashioned, just write it down on a notebook. Once you start tracking every single dollar that's coming in and out of your account, you're gonna start to see patterns. So maybe you spend a little bit too much on eating, or maybe you are using streaming services or some other subscription collection that you don't really need or use anymore. This is where you can start to make smart decisions about what you can cut out of your spending in order to get to that $833 per month. Okay, so once you have started to save your money by hopefully putting it into a high yield savings account, you can then consider investing your money if you're super motivated about making even more. I'm specifically talking about stocks in this video, but there's so many different ways that you can invest, right? You can invest in real estate by using your VA loan, or you can invest in your education and start a business, right? There's so many opportunities nowadays. But when it comes to stocks, the only investment that I would recommend looking into as a beginner is the S&P 500 index fund. What this is a stock that invests in the top 500 companies in the United States. So think Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and all the other trillion-dollar and billion-dollar companies in the United States. Now, the reason why I recommend looking into this is because the average return on this stock is about 10% every single year. And if you adjust for inflation, then it's gonna be about 6 to 7%. So some years it goes down, and then some years it goes up. But if you zoom out, you can see that it has only gone up in the long run. And this is data going back all the way to the 1950s when the S&P 500 was first introduced. So as long as the top 500 companies in the United States keeps growing, which I'm sure they will, then you and I won't have to worry about our stock crashing. Now, earlier I talked about how high yield savings accounts can get you up to 4% interest on your money. But now with stocks, you can get a 10% return on your money, but obviously it is a little bit more riskier than a high yield savings account. This is because you can take out your money from your high yield savings account at any time and it won't ever go down in value. But if the stock market crashes, then obviously you're losing money at that moment. So that's why I said this is optional, and I would recommend only getting into this after you've saved your first $10,000. At least that's what I did. I like to think of the stock market as a long-term play, and it makes more money because of compound interest. So I'll put a chart up on the screen, and there's the difference between a simple interest chart where it's just straight line, and then there's a compound interest, which is an exponential line. So it goes all the way up at the end, but it starts off kind of slow. So that's how it is with investing in the stock market, right? The longer that you stay invested and the more that you invest over time, the more money that you're gonna make. And bonus tip, the last thing that you can do to save your first $10,000 fast is to make more money. You can either make more money working a second job, like I know some Marines that work at Domino's after they get off work, or you could start a side hustle, like giving haircuts in the barracks. So if you wanna learn about the best side hustles that you can do right now to make an extra $300 per day in the military for beginners, check out this video right here.